Hello, my name is Srikanta, and today I will be presenting our work Multi Target Hybrid CTC Attentional Decoder for Joint Phoneme Grapheme Recognition. This work was conducted at the International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore. The motivation for this work is in any traditional automatic speech recognition system, words are predicted using one type of subword units, that is either phonemes or graphemes. The end-to-end ASR systems of recent years also follow a similar architecture predominantly. While graphemes as a subword unit for end-to-end ASR has shown significant results in recent years, outperforming phoneme-based models, the use of phonemes in ASR system has its own advantages. This work explores an architecture that lets us have both phonemes and graphemes in the same model. We call these as targets, a phoneme target and a grapheme target, hence the name multi-target model. We use the encoder-decoder architecture with the hybrid CTC and attention mechanism for our work. In this study, the encoder is shared between two decoders with attention. One of the decoders is trying to predict phoneme sequence, the other decoder is trying to predict grapheme sequence of the same utterance. These decoders learn to predict both phonemes and graphemes from the same encoder representation. This encoder and multi-decoder network is trained in a multitask setting to minimize the prediction error for both phoneme and grapheme sequences. We also implement just the phoneme decoder at an intermediate layer in the architecture and study the model performance. There has been some interest in introducing the phoneme information into the end-to-end ASR system in recent years. Hu and others show that use of a contextual finite state transducer constructed using the phoneme information to alleviate the out-of-vocabulary problem in recognizing proper nouns in a foreign language during beam search decoding. Brugier and others explore an end-to-end contextual listen, attend, and spell system which can also use pronunciation information of the bias phrases. They show that such a model outperforms baseline without the phonetic information. Krishna and others explore a similar idea of hierarchical multitask learning at intermediate layers, but only with the CTC-based decoder. Recent works by Kubo and others also study the joint phoneme grapheme modeling via iterative refinement. Our work studies the effect of a phoneme decoder at different layers in the network. This concept of joint modeling of phoneme and grapheme targets has been studied in hybrid ASR systems also. Doss and others have demonstrated that such a joint phoneme grapheme recognition system using a GMM-HMM, DNN-HMM, and KL-HMM models for isolated word recognition and continuous speech recognition tasks. In the multitask setting for the end-to-end ASR system with CTC and attention, there is a recurrent neural network encoder which takes as input a sequence of feature vectors and maps them to a sequence of hidden representations. These hidden representations are fed to a CTC decoder and an attention decoder. Here, CTC and attention being two tasks in the multitask setting. The overall loss function of the model is defined as the convex combination of the CTC loss and the attention loss. In this multitask architecture, the encoder is a recurrent neural network with the hidden state H, and the decoder is another recurrent neural network with the hidden state Z. In this system, the model learns which part of the input sequence to attend to for every output token. This behavior is termed as attention. Attention is defined as a function between the hidden representation of the decoder and the hidden representation of each of the encoder representations. As mentioned, this architecture is traditionally trying to predict one type of target sequence, that is either phoneme or grapheme. We propose an architecture which can predict multiple target sequences for the same input speech utterance, phoneme and grapheme. Our implementation follows the traditional multitask setting within each target. Here, the recurrent neural network encoder is shared between two attentional decoders which predict different targets. The decoder which is represented on the left is trained to predict phoneme sequences, while the decoder which is represented on the right is trained to predict grapheme sequences. Here we have shown an example word she, where the phonemes sh and iy are predicted on the decoder on the left, and the graphemes s, h and e are predicted from the decoder on the right. Each of the decoder is again trained in a multitask setting to minimize CTC loss and attention loss. So within the phoneme decoder there is CTC and attention task, and within the grapheme decoder there is CTC and attention task. We say that if there are m targets y1 to ym, each target symbol belongs to one of the targets within the vocabulary for that target sequence. That is, for the phoneme decoder, the vocabulary is the set of all phonemes of English, and for grapheme decoder, it is a set of all characters. As mentioned earlier, there is a CTC decoder for each of the target, and there is an attention decoder for each of the target. We can see that mathematically we can represent the learning of these targets as the ith symbol of the m target sequence is generated using the mth decoder. This target symbol has its own attention distribution over the encoder representations, and also it has its own context vector as given by the formula. We can define the overall cost function as the summation of the multitask cost function for each of the targets, where the cost function for any given target m is given using this formula. We study the performance of the multi-target model on two datasets, the first one being TIMIT. We choose TIMIT because we want to study how the different hyperparameters of the end-to-end ASR architecture affects the performance of the model under this multi-target condition. For this study, we choose these set of parameters to vary. We choose 80-dimensional log-MEL filter bank features along with the 3-dimensional pitch features. These features are derived at a window of every 25 milliseconds with a shift of 10 milliseconds. For the encoder in the encoder-decoder network, we use the following variants of the long short-term memory and the gated recurrent unit. We also experiment with 1, 3, and 5 layer encoders. We fix the dimension of the encoder units and projections to 320. There are multiple types of attention in literature. We choose to study the performance of the model with the following types of attention mechanisms. For the decoder, we choose both the LSTM and GRU with the dimension of hidden unit set to 320. We show the performance of this study on a one-layer encoder. In this architecture, both phoneme and grapheme target decoders are operating on top of the last layer of the encoder. The dashed lines are the models with either phoneme or grapheme targets trained separately. The solid lines are the models which are trained with the proposed multi-target architecture. The points in the figure with the circle are the ones with the decoder as the GRU, and the square are the ones with the decoder as the LSTM. These four plots show the results for an LSTM encoder with bidirectional LSTM and a VGG BLSTM variant. Similarly, these four figures shows the result for a GRU variant, that is bidirectional GRU and VGG bidirectional GRU. The results for an encoder with 3-layer and 5-layer are similar. Here we make the following observations. The attention mechanism, coverage location, which is the location aware attention with the coverage mechanism, consistently performs better than the other attention mechanisms. Also, the VGG layers help in learning better representations, hence better results for an encoder with the VGG layer. Through this experiment, we choose to pick the VGG encoder and the location aware attention with the coverage mechanism to be implemented on the larger LibriSpeech dataset. This figure shows the attention profile for an example timid utterance. The top figure shows the attention for a phoneme target and the bottom figure shows the attention for a grapheme target. Here we observe that the model learns similar attention profile for both phoneme and grapheme targets and it is monotonic. If we zoom into a part of this attention profile, say we choose a random word from the utterance and look at the attention weights for this word. Here we have chosen the word rolls from the previous example. In this figure, the solid lines are the attention weights for the grapheme target and the dashed lines are the attention weights for the phoneme target. We make these following interesting observations in this figure. The attention is localized in the same neighborhood for both phoneme and grapheme targets. Also, if you observe the attention weights for the phoneme L, which is this dashed lines for L, and also the attention weights for the double L letters, we observe that these attentions are distributed in the same neighborhood. We know that from representation learning theory that the lower layers of a deep neural network learns abstract concepts like color, edges, etc. in computer vision. Inspired by this notion, we implement the phoneme decoder, which is closer to the input acoustics when compared to the grapheme targets at lower layers. We study the performance when both the phoneme and grapheme decoders are at the last layer of the encoder and then at an intermediate layer, and also when just the phoneme decoder is implemented at the first layer of the encoder. In all these cases, the grapheme decoder continues to work on top of the last layer of the encoder. We perform this study on the larger LibriSpeech dataset. For LibriSpeech, we train the model using the train clean 100 and test it on test clean dataset. We can see from the table that when we train the encoder-decoder architecture separately for both phoneme and grapheme targets, we achieve a phone error rate of 7% and a character error rate of 7.7%. When we use the proposed multi-target model with both phoneme and grapheme targets at the last layer of the encoder, we see that we achieve a similar performance compared to the model which is trained separately. Also, this is achieved at a less number of parameters as our encoder is shared. When we bring the phoneme decoder to the third layer, the performance improves a bit. But we outperform the baseline model, which is implemented separately for both phoneme and grapheme targets, when we bring just the phoneme target to the first layer and the grapheme target continues to operate at the fifth layer. We have demonstrated a joint CTC attention encoder-decoder network that can predict multiple target sequences using a shared encoder. We show that Such a system can perform comparably to a model trained separately on individual targets. Also, this model outperforms the baseline model when we implement the phoneme target at the first layer of the encoder. We plan to continue this work along the following lines. We would like to study how different attention mechanisms affect different targets. Current implementation uses the same attention mechanism for all the targets. We also want to study the effect of multitask learning rate for different targets. Also, we would like to implement a similar architecture for phoneme, grapheme, and other subword sequences in the same architecture. For implementing all the models in the paper, we have used the ESPNet and Kaldi toolkits. We thank the authors and the open source community behind these toolkits. This work was supported by the Machine Intelligence and Robotics Center at the International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore. We thank the Minro Center for all the support that we have received for this work. Thank you for watching our presentation. If you have any questions, please leave them in the Q&A section and we will be happy to answer them.